It's Hari Raya Aidilfitri this Sunday. Muslims traditionally gather at mosques on the eve of Hari Raya, something that's not possible this year with all the mosques closed.
Several initiatives will be in place to help Muslims fulfill their religious obligations, including the live communal prayer, both online and on radio. A special Hari Raya Eve program will also be shown on Channel 5 and Suria and will include messages from President Halimah Yacob and Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
Joining us now to talk about what Hari Raya will look like this year is Ustaz Irwan Hadi. He's Deputy Director of the Office of the Mufti and Religious Policy and Regulation at the Islamic Religious Council of Singapore. So Ustaz, what challenges did Muis face in accommodating this unique situation during Ramadan and for Hari Raya this weekend?
Yep. I think for Ramadan, as we know, Ramadan is always one of those very social and very communal month where Muslims will go out in droves, not just to help those needy amongst the Muslim community, but anyone for that matter. So we're quite used to that. We're quite used to social gatherings, family and friends getting together. But I think our community has been very supportive. They have been quite adaptive. In the last 1 month, we see a lot of Zoom or Skype iftars or breaking of fast. So that's good. People have kept to their staying at home. People have taken the initiatives to make deliveries, orders for their family members or friends and loved ones. So we see how they are adjusting in this Ramadan. But for the coming Hari Raya, I think one of the challenge is really because Hari Raya is not just a communal affair, but it's also a very emotionally loaded period for families, especially for the senior citizens, where they look forward to meeting with their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, and just to have company on that day. I think that is one of the big challenges. How do we persuade and how do we actually coax and help them manage the emotional roller coaster that some of them are already going? Because some grandmothers are already busy cooking, some mothers are already busy cooking, and they're gonna have to figure out how that food can be delivered to their loved ones also.
Now, Ustaz, on a personal note, what are your own celebrations come Sunday? A lot of video calls, perhaps?
Oh yes, just tomorrow, the eve of Hari Raya, for example, I'm already scheduled for a few live programs with the community, but with my family members themselves. I'll have one prayer session with my paternal side, and then another prayer session after my breaking of fast with my maternal side. And then during the night, I will have further the session with Mufti himself, where we'll have a communal prayer on our YouTube channel. And then towards the end of the night, I'll still have another live dialogue program with a few other religious teachers and social media influencers. So we find Hari Raya this year quite busy. In fact, it's busier than the previous years were.
Yeah.
I see. Well, Hari Raya celebrations, they typically last a few weeks. Well, when the circuit breaker ends on June the 1st, do you think phase one, the measures in phase one, do they provide a reprieve of some sorts for some, especially since visits, however restricted they may be, are now allowed to parents and grandparents?
Yeah, I think that's quite a big reprieve and relief also, especially for the senior citizens and aged community members, where they would actually have the physical presence of their grandchildren at least, or their children at least, to although we know that the regulations now is 2 per person at any one time. So regardless, at least they can be there, they can be physically present, and hopefully even when they are physically present, they will still, we have been advising our community members to take all the necessary precautions on safe distancing, even if you are physically present. So if you're unwell, or you should wear a mask. If you're unwell, you should even avoid going still to your parents or your grandparents' house until you are much better. And I think in the last few nights, not just me, quite a few other friends and religious teachers and even community leaders and also social media influencers have been putting out the message to our community members that, and even the media, mass media, print media, have been advising our community that come Hari Raya, when the CB is over and we start with phase 1, we will still need to be mindful of how we interact with one another. What are the some of those social or rather safe distancing measures that we need to continue to maintain, just so that we can protect our loved ones. So the thinking is really, we do this not because we don't love them, but it is because we love them and therefore we do this.
Right, well said. Well, that was Ustaz Irwan Hadi from the Islamic Religious Council of Singapore. Ustaz, thank you so much for speaking with us.